Welcome! In today's video, I'm surviving 100 years in Minecraft with tons of horror mods. So let's get into it. Year 1, I mainly just gathered resources, and also, I built a base, and it got destroyed by an earthquake. That's part of the natural disasters mod. It's not a horror mod, but it's still annoying. And also, I saw the first parasites, because this also has the parasites mod, and they will slowly take over the world. We also made a new base, but it won't last long. Year 2, I said life is hard. Well, I'm not wrong, especially in this mod pack. Although it's not a mod pack since it's on Bedrock Edition. We then found a ruined portal and we raided it. I tried decorating the base. I mean, I didn't have to do it, but I did. Then we had to evacuate the base because there was an earthquake. I'm really not sure why Welcome 3 Eagle just went back into it while the earthquake was happening. But we couldn't do anything about it because our base just snapped in half. However, in an act of heroism, Welcome 3 Eagle saved one furnace. I then decided to go back into the base to see what's left of it and also to see if there's any ores or anything. There wasn't much left, but Welcome 3 Eagle had taken the furnace. So, that's good, I guess. And I also found some coal. We then decided to build a sky base, so that way the parasites can't get us once they get to the surface, and the cave dweller can't get us because, well, it's a cave dweller, not a surface dweller, and all of the other horror mods shouldn't be able to get us either. Or so we thought. Year 3, we gathered resources for our sky base because, well, it's gonna need a lot of them. We got ladders so that we don't have to use the advanced movement mod to just climb up. I also got more resources from the ruined portal because, well, we need as many blocks as we can get for our sky base. Year 4. For some reason I said the sky base begins construction now. I'm not sure why I said that, but maybe I meant like the main part, like the part in the sky that's not just like the ladder. But either way, it's coming along. We also got a bed so that we can set our spawn point and so we won't have to just like go all the way back or teleport or whatever we do to get back to our base because spawn is pretty far away from what I remember. Like, it was on a mountain or something, but still in the same biome, but it's a big biome. So somehow we got another bed, but we still need one more bed for everyone to be able to sleep. But we don't have any more wood. So, year 5. We worked on expanding the base because, well, we're going to need it so we can have farms and other stuff up here so we don't have to go to the surface as it's going to get very dangerous pretty soon. We went down to the surface to get some wood as we don't have trees yet, but we will soon. Not sure how soon, though. With the wood, we expanded the base even more because when you get an oak log, you can craft it into 4 oak planks, so that means 4 blocks. Now, you might be wondering what that random bar in the screen is. Well, that's a watchtower loudness signal because watchtowers are part of the Dwellers mod, and they are on the surface, and they are pretty tall, so they can probably reach our base. Year 6. The watchtower started to become a problem, but for some reason it just disappeared, but that's because of my render distance, I think. Soon, the watchtower actually came very, very, very close to our base, which became a major problem. Somehow, it actually went through our base. I'm not sure how that happened, but it did. To make matters worse, an earthquake started, so it was time to see if sky bases could survive earthquakes. So, earthquakes can't touch sky bases. Like, we survived. So, yeah, sky bases can survive earthquakes. Now, the earthquake didn't really affect the watchtower that much, unfortunately for us. But by year 7, we have good progress on the base. And after a while, the watchtower is finally gone. We also did some snow shoveling on the roof because there's a lot of snow on it, but we can convert the snow into snow blocks for more blocks. Year 8. The parasites are going to come pretty soon, so we'll see how much of a problem they'll be. We also got copper tools, so maybe the copper drop or update, whatever it's called, wasn't so useless after all. We also began exploiting sheep. Not really, we trapped them, but still. Also, you might be thinking, hey, you can't use cheats. Well, yes I can, because this is so hard. Like, it may not be shown that much, but there was a lot of dying. Like, this is very hard. Even though it's not hardcore, it's just, all the mods just make it so much harder. So, yeah. And I'm not, like, giving myself infinite diamonds, I'm just doing simpler things. Year 9. The iron golems have came in to help us fight the parasites once they get here. And they're not really here. However, they are in the caves. Which is why we're not going in the caves. However, remember, at the beginning of the video, we did see some. Also, there's a mob from one of the mods called the Mimic, which will take over mobs and be very hostile. And that iron golem right there that just killed me, well, that's a Mimic. One of the other mods that's installed is gravestones, which puts all your stuff in a gravestone when you die, so you can just go over and get your stuff back. Pretty cool. Year 10. Parasites have reached the surface, however, we don't really see many for a while. Not sure why. Also, with the iron from that fake iron golem that we got, we made a bucket, so now I'm gonna go get water so we can make a farm. Since the animal solution isn't really working out very well, because, like, there's not many animals around for some reason. Okay, this is not good. There's now acid rain, so, I'm not sure if we'll be able to survive this, although we do have a roof, so that's good. I tried making an infinite water source, but I forgot you need 2 waters for that. Year 11. The acid rain is destroying the tundra. Probably because snow is made of water, so the acid melts the snow, I don't know. Because of this, I'm able to get another bucket of water. Because the acid rain killed off all the parasites and stuff, so, it's safer now. On the way back, I find some random wandering trader that survived, so I just trade from him to get lots of blocks and stuff. Year 12. The acid rain killed off a bunch of rabbits too, so we don't have to go hunt them for their meat, because most of the time that doesn't work. So now we have tons of meat, so we won't starve to death. Which, is a likely thing that might have happened. I tried to make a lower level for our sky base, so that we could have more room, and room for another bed, and a bunch of other stuff. So I used dark oak planks to do so. Year 13. The base is thriving. And I would say it is, because we have an infinite water source now, so we can have infinite water. Lower levels coming along too, so that's good. I'm not sure what I'll put in the lower level. Like, I mean, I could put a bed, but I don't have enough wool yet, and I haven't even made a farm yet. The lower level isn't gonna have many windows, probably less than 1, maybe 1, because it's kind of like a basement where you can be safe. As year 13 continued, I continued working on the lower level. Year 14. The basement is pretty much done. Also, some random goats trying to eat us. Year 15. The surface is more dangerous now. Probably because the parasites have respawned since the acid rain killed Buck, but now they're back. We also got some sand so we can smelt it into glass. Year 16. We finally got a farm on our sky base. Wait, what? It's year 17 now. Not sure why that happened. Then a tornado randomly showed up and for some reason it didn't destroy our base. It lasted much longer than year 17 though. It went into year 20. No way, 100 IQ move! For some reason I did this. Year 22. We finished walling off the main floor of class, so it's an observatory now. I also got a third bed. And then kicked out of our beds due to the Shadow Dweller. Another dweller, there's so many. We didn't expect it to get us. Year 25. The Shadow Dweller is gone. What? The Shadow Dweller attack did not happen in year 26. It happened like year 22 and stopped in year 25. Like, what am I talking about in the chat? Year 27. I have eyes now for some reason. Year 28. Bob the Skeleton from Chunks of Fear returns. Year 30. We finally kill a sheep, and also we ran out of coal, which is gonna be a problem. Also, all of our trees were destroyed because of a thunderstorm, which just burnt them, so we can't use them for wood anymore. Because of this, I had to go to the surface to get trees. Unfortunately for me, there was a tornado. See, the surface is just very dangerous, even without parasites. Year 35. Nothing happens. I'm not sure why, but, nothing happens, I guess. However, we do go into our former base, is Ravine area, to see if there's any coal there, because we need coal. We ran out. Unfortunately, we do not find any. However, we do find lava. So I began building a cobblestone generator so we don't have to go all the way to the ground and get sucked up by a tornado or just destroyed or whatever happens. Year 40. The all-seeing one, that weird thing on the ground, appears. I thought it only lived in caves, which is annoying because, I went into the sky to avoid danger. Year 45. The cobblestone generator is done. Year 50. We got a lava-powered furnace. This will temporarily work while we get more coal. Or charcoal, whatever. Year 55. Apparently the parasites returned. I'm not sure why now. I think someone else spotted one, so then I just said that. Year 60. Double plot twist. Year 67. Blizzard. Hey, wait a minute. It's year 67. Yeah, I'm gonna get banned from YouTube. I don't know what's gonna happen because I said that. Year 70. Triple plot twist. Year 75. The knocker kills Welcome 3 Eagle. And I find iron. And then this happened. Year 80. Parasites spotted. Which means they are probably going to make an actual return pretty soon. And now we have a decent amount of iron. Year 85. The sheep are dead for some reason. Year 86. Cave dwellers are spotted. This was a bad idea, but I decided to play around with the parasite settings. Not sure why I did. Yeah, I'm the reason for the next events that are about to happen. Year 87. The war against parasites. Don't worry though, in year 88 we got free firearms. Year 89. A tornado decided to join the fun. Year 90. The horde fight continues. What is that? Year 91, round 2. However, we began bombing the parasites because that's a good idea. But good news! We found coal, so now we can restock our furnace. Year 93, round 2 continues. Not sure for how long though. Let's see. You know, blowing up parasites is a lot of fun. I recommend trying it in Minecraft, because I think real life parasites are actually small. I could be wrong though. I've never seen one. Year 96, round 3. Also, we all have enchanted golden apples now, because we're gonna need them. Uh-oh. Year 100, the Parasite War is over. Like and subscribe, and maybe I'll do another 100 years in this world. Or maybe I'll do another type of 100 years, like 100 years in normal Minecraft. Anyways, like and subscribe.